UFC rankings has been updated after UFC 309 and Jon Jones took Alex Pereira's number 2 spot on the updated UFC pound for pound ranking after UFC 309. Bones moves up one spot on the list, settling just behind Islam Makhachev. Alex Pereira doesn't have any problem with Jones surpassing him in the ranking, but Dana White is not happy with Jon Jones only moving up one spot and not becoming the pound for pound number 1. Jon Jones is also an AI fan as he shares an AI-generated list which includes his name as well in the top 10 greatest athletes across the sports. Tom Aspinall tells Ariel Helwani that he's made it clear to the UFC that he will not get himself into a Michael Chandler situation to get the matchup with Jon Jones, and they have assured him that will not happen. Tom Aspinall is optimistic that he will get the opportunity to fight Jon Jones next and believes Jones secretly wants to fight him because Jones hates the fact that people are saying Aspinall can beat Jon Jones. Aspinall also believes a big reason Jon Jones doesn't want to fight him is because Jones a tape studier and there's not a lot of tape on him due to how short his fights have been. Aspinall claims it's Jones' biggest advantage against other opponents, which will be of no use against him because Jones has no idea what to prepare for. By the way, Tom Aspinall also clears that his priority is the undisputed UFC heavyweight title and not Jon Jones. He could not care less if he has to beat Jon Jones for it or someone else. By the way, former champion Stipe Miocic posts a statement confirming his retirement from mixed martial arts. Hereby, he is out of the rankings and Shamil Raziv is the newest name in the official heavyweight rankings, joining at number 15. Charles Oliveira also returns to the pound-for-pound list at number 15, pushing Israel Adesanya out, but neither he nor Michael Chandler faced any changes in the lightweight ranking, although some shuffling does occur below. By the way, Conor McGregor breaks his silence and reacts to Michael Chandler's defeat to Charles Oliveira at UFC 309 and seems he is now more likely to fight beatable Chandler. UFC 309 feature fighter Bo Nickel says he would like to return in the first few months of next year. Nickel says it was a little disappointing to hear some of those comments from people he respects a lot. UFC 309 prelims headliner Marcos McGee is now 4-0 in the octagon and debuts at number 14 on the latest bantamweight ranking update, knocking Jonathan Martinez out of the rankings, whom he decisioned at UFC 309. Martinez reacts to his loss saying, "No one beats me, I beat myself." Other than news from UFC 309, we also have some good callouts as well as official fight announcements. Dan Hooker doesn't give an F about BMF and inclined towards Dustin Poirier rematch, which can get him closer to the undisputed title shot. Dominic Cruz also wants one last dance in early 2025 and wants it to be fun as hell. Do you know what it means? It means it's our last chance to get Cruz vs Aldo. Hit the like button if you also want Cruz vs Aldo to be booked. Now some official announcements. The UFC has made it official that UFC 313 will take place in Las Vegas on March 8. Any guess who's gonna headline it? Julia Avila will fight Jacqueline Cavalcanti at UFC Vegas 104 on February 15th. Mayra Bueno Silva is moving back down to flyweight and will face Jasmine Jasudavicius at UFC Fight Night in Riyadh on February 1st. In the boxing world, Khamzat Shiraz has now withdrawn from the ordered Janibek Alam Khanali fight, so purse bids have been cancelled. Frank Warren previously said Shiraz will be fighting for a world title on February 22, but didn't say who against, so maybe they are eyeing one of two other champions. Callum Smith will return to the ring on the Sonny Edwards vs Galal Jafai undercard November 13 in Birmingham against an opponent to be chosen. Fernando Martinez will defend his WBA Super Flyweight World title in a rematch vs Kazuto Loka on December 31st in Tokyo. On December 13th, also in Japan, Ryan Garcia will return to action in an exhibition fight of 8 2-minute rounds against former kickboxing champion and now rising star Rukia Ampo. Garcia stated that he is not targeting a fight versus Jake Paul but is first going to knock out Ampo in 3 rounds. Jake Paul is, by the way, yet to accept after Beterbiev's undisputed light heavyweight title challenge, so Beterbiev comes with a fresh reminder to Jake Paul today after Jake's unclear response to his call-out. Jake Paul responds to Beterbiev's reminder by posting a DM from IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois saying he will accept Dubois' offer to challenge him for his IBF heavyweight world title because Dubois has more followers than Beterbiev. Jake also fired back at TFL heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, calling Jon Jones a better heavyweight than him. This was in response to a tweet by Ngannou in which he had shown his intentions to slap Jake Paul after his fight with Mike Tyson. One thing we'll know is that Jake Paul is never gonna fight either Beterbiev or Dubois. By the way, Andrew Tate is open to fighting Jake Paul and says he would teach him a lesson if they fight. And Paul's manager has already offered iShowSpeed $20 million to fight Jake Paul after Speed said in an interview that he had beat Jake in a fight with a 6-month training. Evander Holyfield also called out Mike Tyson for a trilogy, but Tyson ruled it out by calling him a brother. Tyson said to him that the trilogy is our friendship. That's all for now. If anything important happened in the fight world after this, I'll let you know that as well. So make sure to subscribe. Now I'll see you in the next video. So till then, spend your time wherever you see fit.